first of all, is there any distinction between a head-mounted computer, smart glasses, in that sense? And I suppose just one quick follow-up question on that is, did you have to kind of reinvent or did you have to convince a lot of people that actually, do you know what, that was something that was built for the consumer, and we need to start thinking about this designing for the enterprise, making it fit for purpose, which is, what a lot of the hardware manufacturers from the rugged space, that's been their argument for a long time, is build something that's fit for purpose. Just a quick
Yeah,
note
definitely.
on
I
that.
mean, the difference between smart glasses and a head-worn computer, in a way, they're all the same. But now, when you talk about smart glasses, you start to talk more about a specific form factor. So, it's a pair of glasses or a pair of safety glasses is typically what people refer to. Although, so in that context, our device is nowhere near a smart glass, but people just bucket us in as a smart glass solution, which is, I can't really change the way people talk about it. But we call our device a head-mounted tablet, to hopefully indicate to people it really is nothing more than a handheld tablet repackaged on the head. And to that extent, it offers you the same software capabilities that a tablet can do. It's just you've got this display near your eye. It may look small from the outside, but from the inside you see this big tablet. And it's the same as having a tablet down here. Where that differs from smart glasses in the term that I think people are more understanding is that smart glasses is more the Tony Stark, the Iron Man, the see-through, with all this imagery all around you that you can interact with. We're not that. We're much more fundamentally just a computer you wear on the head. And we don't have all that gimmick and gadgetry. And we chose not to do that because we wanted something I could just deploy in the real world today. A lot of the new stuff, the technology's not ready. I think this goes to the fact that a lot of even Google Glass and other companies have a tendency to push the technology first, and making it for technology's sake, and not really understanding the use cases and the customers. We spent, let's say from day one, we decided this had to be for frontline workers. So it had to increase productivity, it had to increase safety. We didn't start off doing consumer play, realize that there's no market there, and then try and quickly adapt it to enterprise. We've always been, from day one, an enterprise solution. And so I think a lot of the choices we've made in our design make it more applicable to use. It may not look as cool, small, and sexy as Google Glass, but once you start putting this on the heads of people on the front lines, they start to realize the design choices we made, why we made them, and then they start to realize that this is a very good device, fit for purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's the classic form versus function, isn't it? It's a tried and tested conversation. Like I say, it's a conversation that I would imagine a lot of the audience here, once we start kind of breaking it down, will understand, because a lot of the audience for Field Service News, primarily it's the service director. We have that's the audience that we speak to. That's the audience that's tuning in, and I'm sure every single one of you listening into this will at some point have had the conversation versus consumer versus rugged when it comes to the smartphones or the tablets or the laptops you choose. And from my understanding, Kris, it's pretty much, again, it's that fit for purpose. It's that form versus function. That's the first kind of big consideration that needs to be made when identifying these things. Just want to clarify that I'm not missing a mark there.
Exactly right. I mean, we're often compared and thrown in the same bucket as, say, Apple with its, at the time of press here, there's the fabled Apple Glass that's going to come out of Apple, and that will shock and change the world. That's very much a consumer play, where it really is. It's a fashion accessory. It's form over function. It's got to be super skinny and super lightweight, and well, I'm not really sure what it's going to do. We don't have that issue. We are sending people out on the front lines already with high-vis jackets on, with helmets, hard hats, safety glasses, walkie-talkies. These people are equipped with tools, so we are providing them another tool, and it may not look as thin as you'd expect from Apple. On the other hand, it does a lot of work. It does a lot of work really well. It's designed to be ultra rugged. I can drop this from 2 meters onto concrete because that's the sort of environment we find ourselves into, and I can't have this break. I can submerge it in water. I can throw it out in the desert and have wind whip around and have dust blowing everywhere. It is designed for outdoor, it's designed for indoor environments. So I think very much from day one, that was the design. It also accommodates all the PPE stuff that we have today. So personal protective equipment, PPE until 9 months ago, no one really talked about that, but everyone's talking about PPE now. But the fact our headset clips into hard hats, there's 25 plus different types of hard hat out in the world, all slightly different. Doesn't bother us. We can clip into each one and work with them. We can clip into baseball caps, we can clip into bum caps, we can just reworn with a visor. So we have many different ways of wearing with other PPE, which is very essential. So again, we're a tool for the job.